Hi folks, HR Funk here. I originally recorded the video you're about to see as an embedded review in my continuing assessment of the TZOSH 2011 Carry DS pistol. And if you want to see the performance of this sight, or if you want to learn more about this pistol, be sure to check out the videos that I have on it. But I wanted to re-edit the video into its own standalone review of the Holosun 507K, so I'm going to get to it right now and tell you what I can about this sight. There are three different versions of the 507K. This is the 507K X2 with the red reticle, and there are three reticle options I'll get into in a little bit. There's also an X2 model with a green reticle that has the exact same options, and then there is a 507K that has the ACSS Vulcan reticle, which is somewhat different. That one I won't be able to show you other than maybe being able to find a photograph and flash it on the screen so you're able to see what that one looks like. But the green reticle and the red reticle version are going to be exactly the same as what I'm going to be talking about here, other than, of course, the color of the reticle. The 507K is powered by a single 1632 battery that can be accessed through this sliding tray on the side of the sight, which is nice. Unlike some of the very small sights of this type, you do not have to dismount the sight in order to change the battery. So that is very convenient when it comes time to change batteries, but the single battery has an expected life of 10,000 hours with the circle dot reticle on a medium setting. That's over a year that you can get from that one battery. And if you're using just the single 2-minute of angle dot rather than the circle dot, that has a battery life of up to 50,000 hours, which is over 5 years. So you don't have to do a lot of changing of the battery. But again, when that comes around, all you have to do is open this side-mounted compartment, replace the battery. It's in a tray, and then you can replace the tray and put this screw back in place. This optic is waterproof and dustproof to IP67 standards, which means it should be fine for exposure to normal environmental conditions like rain and snow and dust and what have you. It's not appropriate for something extreme like going scuba diving, but it should be fine for everyday use for anything that something like this would typically be exposed to. It also has Holosun's limited lifetime warranty, so if there ever is a problem with it, you can return it to Holosun for repair or replacement. The body of the 507K is constructed from 7075 aluminum, and the lens is multi-coated optic glass. Controls for the 507K are very straightforward. To power the sight on, simply press and release either the plus or minus button on the side of the sight. To power the sight off, press both buttons simultaneously. These buttons are also used to control the illumination settings, of which there are 12. The first two settings are night vision compatible, the rest are obviously for normal light conditions. Aiding to the battery life of the 507K is the fact that if the sight senses no movement for a period of 10 minutes, as it comes from the factory, it will essentially go to sleep. It powers down, and then anytime any motion is sensed, the sight will instantly turn back on. Now that duration at which the sight goes to sleep is programmable, and as I said, from the factory it's set at 10 minutes, but using the side buttons you can program that to a period of 1 hour or 12 hours, or to completely disable it so the sight stays on constantly until it's manually turned off. Now if the sight is manually turned off, that disables the shake awake feature, so it doesn't matter how much it moves then, it has to be physically turned back on. There is also a lockout feature for the buttons, so you can set the sight up however you want it and then lock the buttons out so it won't change unless you release the lockout and go back in and change it yourself. Probably one of the more significant characteristics of the 507K is its size. The dimensions of this optic have been reduced to make it compatible with the newer, very small CCW style handguns. Now obviously the slide of the Carry DS was cut specifically for an optic of this size, and it made it very easy and convenient to mount. The sight itself came with two different size screws. There's a larger diameter and a smaller diameter. The smaller diameter were a perfect fit for the holes that were drilled in this slide. I simply put the optic in place, put the screws in place, torqued them to the Holosun recommended 15 inch-pounds, and it is installed. Also, the screws had Loctite that were previously put onto them, so I didn't even have to do that part. It was an extremely fast and easy mounting process. Here is a shot through the lens of the 507K to try to give you a look at the clarity of the glass. This is always a dicey prospect because the glass always looks better in real life than it does through a camera lens. And I'll see if I can magnify this a little bit to change your perspective some. But the glass looks very good, and I think it actually even looks pretty good on camera. So that's nice for a change. You can also see the lower co-witness of the sights. Now, different handguns are going to have different sights with different heights, but at least with the Carry DS, I have that lower co-witness with the factory mechanical sights. And powering the sight on, I can give you a look at the reticle options. This is the 32-minute of angle circle around the 2-minute of angle dot. Here is just the 2-minute of angle dot. And there is just the 32-minute of angle circle. So all three reticle options are available in just this one sight. Zeroing of the 507K is accomplished via the adjustment screws, one of which you can see here. The other is on the side of the body. These screws are graduated in 1 minute of angle clicks, so it's very quick and easy to look at where your shot strikes on the target and then make the appropriate number of clicks to bring your point of impact in line with your point of aim. Included along with the 507K are a few different items. There is an instruction manual, a lens cleaning cloth, a warranty card, the screws that I mentioned earlier. These are the larger diameter screws that I did not need to use, and a tool that allows you to both mount the sight and make windage and elevation corrections. So all of this comes along with the 507K. Now there is a slight price difference for the different versions of the 507K. The one that I have here, which is the X2 with the red reticle, sells on the Optics Planet website for $295. I think that's pretty good, and my discount code will knock another 20 bucks off of that if anyone's interested. Also, the green version is a little bit more. That one is $300 and I think $16 or thereabouts. I looked at it, but I don't remember off the top of my head what it was. I'll try to flash it on the screen so you can see it if you're interested. And the ACSS reticle version is the highest priced of all. That one's $335, $336, something like that. Again, I'll annotate it on here. Now those are prices as of early spring of 2024. If you're watching this at some other time, then the price may well have gone up. But I think that's pretty good price for the optic you're getting here and all of the features that it has. So there you go, folks. That's my review of the Holosun 507K X2. If you have any questions or comments about this video, as always, make sure you forward those to me. Remember, if you purchase anything from Optics Planet, be sure to use my discount code, which is... And if you use that discount code, it'll save you 7% off your purchase from Optics Planet. Also remember the discount code from House of Pain. You can go to House of Pain Armament or House of Pain Munitions and use my discount code there, which is HRPunk, and that'll save you some money off your purchase from House of Pain. And last but not least, don't forget the Target sponsor. Go to Target's online, check out their inventory, and see if they have anything that's going to meet your Target needs. See you next time, folks. And until then, good shooting. Bye-bye.